Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. It is Sunday and what a beautiful Sunday. What better way to start Sunday when we are able to smile after a Juventus victory, the one of yesterday versus Fiorentina, 1-0 with a goal, a last minute goal of Juan Panita Cuadrado. Guys, I'm super happy. Did we do well or not? We'll speak about that. Guys, today will be a special video. Why? Because we will go really quickly through the front pages, the Italian sportive papers, to see if they speak well about our Juventus or if they are not speaking well about our beloved Juventus. We will try to see that, but especially I want to go through a top and flop. Who performed really well yesterday? Who was the man of the match? Who did worse? Who was not good? Who flopped? I want to see that. We will go with some stats, with some images, also with some heat maps to discover what Juventus actually did yesterday. As I told you, we'll go through the Gazzetta dello Sport, Corriere dello Sport, Tutto Sport of this world. Absolutely, we'll go through the heat maps. But first, if you want to remain updated about everything around Juventus, if you want to see also the stats of the game during the time that you are watching Juventus Fiorentina, especially during the boring moments to understand where the problems are coming from, don't forget, download OneFootball. You have the link to the description. You can also do it scanning the QR code that you will see here appearing on the screen. Now that you did that, or after the video, we start with the beautiful front pages. Beautiful, it's a way of saying, because Gazzetta dello Sport is absolutely forgetting about the game of yesterday, about the beautiful win of Juventus, because they are speaking about un pieno di derby, a full derby, Milan versus Inter. Yes, it's an important game, I totally agree, but then if you start looking for Juventus on that front page, you don't find any information. So we will not spend too much time looking at Gazzetta dello Sport. Tutto Sport is saying Godura al quadrado. What does that mean? A squared enjoyment. Squared, of course, because they are playing with the word square. Quadrado, we know the meaning of the words meanwhile. And yes, we are enjoying. We are absolutely enjoying after that goal of yesterday. Corriere dello Sport are saying La Juve con le unghie. Juventus with the nails. What does that mean? That's also another expression to say that Juventus, they won at the last minute. They were not actually predicted to win after we were watching the game. Juventus was not playing well, but at the last minute, again, story repeating itself, we actually were able to win. If we look at the ranking of OneFootball, we see that Juventus is still 8th. Even if we won yesterday, we were able to reach Fiorentina with 18 points. The first spots of Serie A are still far away, so I don't want to watch too much at that ranking. Thank you for OneFootball to showing us, but at the moment, let's close the eyes, let's go into international break, and let's start seeing it after the games of Lazio and Atalanta in Serie A. Yesterday, how did Juventus play? Because on papers, we were actually doing a 4-4-2. If we look at the average positions of the game of the players, we see that we actually played a 4-3-3. A 4-3-3 with a beautiful organized defense, and we saw it yesterday because Fiorentina was not able to score, was not able to be that dangerous, so really organized in the back. And then we see that Rabiot was playing a bit more on the left, McKennie a bit more on the right and also a bit more up versus the other two players, Locatelli and Rabiot. Locatelli was playing as a defending, holding midfielder, and then we see that Dybala was the one that played a bit more up. We see that Dybala is touching a bit Chiesa in that average position, and that can be one of the problems for the future, playing Chiesa and Dybala on the right side of the field. We will go through that, guys. We see the heat map of the first half. Juventus was really defending. They were not able to go into the half of Fiorentina. We were not able to offer anything up front. That was a problem. What was one of the solutions of Allegri, because he didn't change that much into the game. One of the only thing that he changed was Pellegrini for Alexandro, and you see the two different positions. The first 45 minutes with Alexandro a bit more holding, the next 45 minutes with Juventus with Pellegrini a bit more up, offering or trying to offer also some solutions on the left. Did we see a lot of Pellegrini touching the ball? No, but we saw a Pellegrini that was a bit more up, and also that made actually Fiorentina going a bit more into their half. We see the heat map of that second half where Juventus, we see we were taking a bit more of the field, and that was a really great one. But did that change a lot? No, that didn't change a lot, because Juventus continued not to be dangerous except of one man. the man of the impossible goals, Juan Panita Cuadrado. It's not the first time he's doing it. How many images do you have in your memories of Cuadrado scoring for impossible angles, especially coming from the right side, and especially these last minutes? The history is repeating himself, like always. You remember 2015, Juventus lost versus Sassuolo 1-0. I hope you remember that, because then we went into Retiro. That was our last Retiro, our last retreatment, as we say in English, and then we played the derby with a winning last-minute goal of Cuadrado that started actually that winning streak. 2021, we lose versus Verona. Juventus go again into Retiro, the one time after the 2015 time versus Sassuolo, and you see a last-minute goal of Cuadrado versus Fiorentina yesterday. Beautiful to see these kind of things. I told you that in that video we will also speak about the tops and the flops, and according to me guys, my top player is Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie that yesterday impressed me a lot. It's not the first time we are speaking well about Weston McKennie. Disaster start of the season where even I was doubting about West. Would he be actually the best fit for Massimiliano Allegri, that is actually asking him totally new tactical tasks? Yes or no? Would he be actually on the January transfer market going to Tottenham, that is really interested in McKennie? We know the love of Paratici, our ex-sportive director, for McKennie. I was doubting, to be honest, but then versus Sassuolo, a game that he didn't play that well, he scored that beautiful goal, a goal that was actually the draw, but at the end he didn't change the result because we lost 2-1, but from that moment he's playing game after game after game, and he's doing well. One goal versus Verona, but most importantly a beautiful performance of McKennie. Then he played versus Zenit, he played also yesterday. Beautiful performance of our boy, he's growing, I'm really happy. Yesterday he played a lot, pressing, a lot pressing, and we see that he's playing a lot on the right side of the field, trying to help there, and that's beautiful. The other thing is that he's giving 100%. He's also more organized, less messy, we know it. Allegri said yesterday, why is Weston McKennie playing all these games? Because at the moment he's the player that is better than the other ones, and I have to agree with that. I'm happy for our boy. Pay attention, if he has to do better in one certain area, is in his accuracy of passes, because yesterday 47% only of accurate passes. That's not enough for our midfield. What can be one of the problems of McKennie on the field is that he's really feeling better on the right side of the field, better than on the left side, but on the right side we have already a lot of players, especially when Dybala is playing there, because we can see that the positions, the average position of McKennie, of Chiesa and Dybala, they are all on the right side, and there we are with too many people that can cause problems because we are not using our left side anymore, and this is going on until Allegri in the second half. In every single game he's changing around the 65th minute Chiesa, or 70th minute Chiesa, from the right side to the left side, and when we are trying to use both areas. This is really important. The second guy that I really loved yesterday is Matthijs de Ligt. Matthijs de Ligt with that picture, with actually the grinta that all of us supporters are asking for our players. Hey, he had it yesterday. Yesterday we were all fearing Vlahovic, a possible target for Juventus in January or in the summer. Vlahovic was not dangerous because he was held really well by our Matthijs de Ligt, that was man-marking him a lot. He said, I love man-marking these kind of players like Vlahovic, but I can't do it alone. I have to do it with a lot of team members, or my colleagues, my players, like Rugani, for example, that yesterday it was his first real game because he played 3 minutes in one game, 5 minutes in the other one. Yesterday he played all game to substitute last minute Chiellini. He did really well next to Matthijs de Ligt. I was really happy to see that our defense didn't concede a lot. Did we have to play better? Absolutely, yet. Will we work on that? We will try to work on it, because we know that now there is the international break. The players will go away. We will not have our players, so we have to continue with defensive solidity, but we will have to do better. Better from the midfield on, and we'll have to go to the standards of Zenit, how we were proposing football. Who was the flops? The flops for me was Adrien Rabiot. I was not happy with Adrien Rabiot performance. Absolutely not. Yesterday, only 7 70% accuracy in his passes. That's really not good. Only 26 passes. He was losing all his duels, aerials or ground duels. Whatever player he was playing against, was it Bonaventura, that is actually 10 centimeters shorter, or was it another player that was 30 centimeters shorter, whatever, he's losing every single duel. And this is not okay for a player like Adrien Rabiot, that was actually smashed and hit in the face in press conference by Allegri, but received an important chance playing over Bernardeschi yesterday. Did he actually fulfill that trust? No, yesterday absolutely not. Not only the duels that he's losing, but also he looks lost on the field, and he's not even able to do a precise pass. Disaster performance of Rabiot. One excuse that I want to give to Rabiot is, as we see in the heat map, he's playing a lot of time as a winger. Rabiot is not a winger, so I believe that the performance of Rabiot is his responsibility, but probably also Allegri has some responsibilities in playing Rabiot that much on the wing. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that special video, longer video, but speaking about front pages, going inside the games and seeing who are the men of the match and also the worst. Thank you for following the channel, putting a like, subscribing to the channel. Thank you, Forza Juve.